one thing is for sure, after this week, I have a lot more appreciation for people that do wiring. What's up, guys? Welcome back. And yeah, I had the car for about what, 10 days now, and it looks the same, I know, but the reason is because I've been doing wiring, you know, the part that nobody wants to do. Been doing all the plugs nice and sleeved. I got rid of all the ABS plugs, tucked all the cables through. All of them run through here to the top. There's not gonna be no cables exposed on there. Horn cables, it's gonna be behind the condenser and the radiator, so you're not gonna see that. All the headlights and fog light bolts, all nice and sleeved. You know, that takes a while. On both sides, latches are back on. Okay, and here, fuse box is on. But if you see this detail, yeah, that was one of my latest ingenious ideas that I had over time. So this is the boot from the factory harness. I put it in through the backside, but obviously to get it in there, you have to run every single cable through the harness, through that boot to get it that way. So if anybody's done wiring, you can have an idea how much time consuming, you know, how much work it is. This side, the same thing. If you see all the wiring, half of them goes through here, through in there, all the way through, all around, no cables. Same thing here. Have my relays for my stock electric fans on there. That's the only thing that's left there. Over here is the two cables for the line lock. These are the two plugs for the, these are the cables that go under the fuse box. Those are tucked away as well. This is the cable that goes inside for the line lock for the switch. And this is power to the battery, alarm, fuse box. These are the fans, and then from here is to the starter. On the inside, in pieces, I haven't even touched that. That's gonna be, I'm gonna leave that for last after I drop the motor in. So I haven't even started with that, but remember, I'm thinking this whole dash is gonna come out. I'm gonna take out the heater cord to get the two inlets and outlet with bungs with dash 8. I think the worst part is the wiring, and I got that out of the way already, so we're good. Oh, let me before I forget, I ran my fuel lines are back. I got been fighting a cold too. I got my two fuel filters on there, the return, nice little detail here. These are actually the screws that hold the steering rack. These screws come from inside out. I put them from out in, and obviously I put a nut on the other end. This one almost drove me crazy for a couple hours. I saw Pure Function working on his wife's car doing the brake lines, and I noticed the rear has two outlets. I kept on seeing here, even the PHR kit came with two outlets for the two rears. I guess the early Supra 93 to 96 models, they came with the individual outlets for the rear brakes. I had to get to the point under the car, look back there behind the diff, and it's you know, I guess the 97, 98 and up, they just tee it off in the back, and there's only one single line. So I ordered this little fitting, and then the back is just one line. So yeah, these are all nicely tucked away. The line lock is there. All that's connected. Master is connected, new master. Sleeve that for the wiper cables. The my braided line. I had this before already for the brake booster. The brake lines are done here. If you can see, there's not too much light, but I didn't want the lines and the metal piece rubbing on the body, so I got a piece of vacuum line and then zip tied 2 ends to it so it won't be rubbing on there. And then everything else that was excess, I just zip tied them together. Looks pretty neat. I'm okay with that. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I start getting more of the, you know, of the heavy stuff in, and hopefully dropping the motor soon. I'm pretty impressed how that came out. I didn't want that hole to show at all, and that fills it in perfectly. Ground cable. This part I ordered new. I gotta take this bolt out. Gotta get somebody to help me with some vice grips and get under there. I ordered the part, dropped it out of the powder coating already. This is the plug for the sensor for the AC. The plug is a little melted, so if anybody knows the part number, I tried looking for it and I couldn't find it. This line here, see how it's like really loose? I know there was I believe a hole over here that I might have gotten rid of, that I should have not gotten rid of. When I take the heater core out to get these bungs welded in, I'm thinking about drilling the hole again, re-drilling it, and then putting this line here just so I could have another support. Maybe I'll do this one too, I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how this one works first, if I'm happy with it, but it looks like it might have to be both of them. I don't want that line all loose there and the downpipe is there and it's gonna get all hot. And the last thing I want to do is have my brake line get melted away. Guys, I have the camera set up on the tripod. I want to take it out. This small clip here. This clip is the one that holds a small AC line against the shock tower over there. I tried taking it out gently before I painted the engine bay, but I don't think there's any way to take it out unless you break it. So everybody, I guess, just chooses to paint it over. If anybody needs it, that's the part number. Just pop this in already. We're still here working on this thing. Of course, with my luck, putting the horns and stuff back on, so you can see the harness. It's not long enough. Horns over here, cables over here, so I have to extend that a little bit. This thermistor sensor thing, I believe it goes hooked up one of these two. I think this one. So that's not gonna reach there. I have to extend that too. one thing is for sure, after this week, I have a lot more appreciation for people that do wiring. It's so time consuming, it's stressful. So as you can see here, this one's extended. The reason I did it so long is because I know the intercooler sits here, and the sensor's here, so kind of have to loop around the intercooler and then plug into the back. I remember it being short last time and this thing was just kind of hanging around. So oh, come on, man, you gonna plug in or what? Oh, there we go. Okay, all right, so that's done. Well, I guess the next thing to do is mount the front mount. And I forgot I had this horn set up, but I guess I'll put it on when the front mount gets installed. All right, let's go. All right, guys, finally, look at that. Starting to look more like a Supra. About time. All right, for anybody wondering, I forgot to say the specs. This is a Titan, I believe 5-row. You got 3-inch, yeah, 3-inch on the hot side and 4-inch on the cold side. All right, guys, that is a wrap for tonight. It's looking a lot better, a lot more put together. I think we're almost ready to drop this beast in. She's all good to go. Got my -8 tap back there. I got my water neck pipe that I had tapped today, so I'm gonna install it out really quick, and that's it. Should be good to roll. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, thanks for the support, and on the next one we will see the 2J back in the beast. Thanks for sticking around. Like and subscribe. Thank you, guys. See you in the next one.